halachot רבותיי.
As we know, there are 39 halachot on Shabbat. Now what we may think is a melacha may be 100% mutar. What we consider not a melacha, according to Hachamim, they consider it melacha. And therefore it's not what I think. Is it work? The way we translate the word melacha is work. Is it work? It's not work. So then you have a problem because if you look through the 39 melachot, not all of them I would consider work. And therefore, one has to, of course, study the halachot to understand what each melacha is really all about. Of course, they all learned from the Mishkan and they derived from there. There's a whole Masechet Shabbat that discusses and goes through it. Then there's a whole Masechet Eruvin also discusses halachot Shabbat. These are all things that, of course, are not simple. One of the 39 melachot is carrying on Shabbat. Now, carrying, for most people, they don't look at it, they don't view it as a melacha. Work? Rabbi, I have something in my pocket. What work? But lefi halacha, according to the way Hachamim tell us, carrying on Shabbat is considered melacha. And therefore, one has to know that it's not a minhag or a nice thing if you like to do it. It's one of the isurei deoraita on Shabbat. Person has to recognize, he has to know if you carry outside in a public domain more than 4 amot, you have transgressed a biblical lo ta'aseh and aseh. There's many isurim that are involved. It's not a drabanan, it's a deoraita. And therefore, one has to be very careful with these halachot. Now, in regards to what we hear outside, something called eruv. Now, eruv is that's the whole Masechet Eruvin. It's very complicated. It's not simple. We can't discuss all the halachot, but we'll just say one little point. Chacham Ovadia brings down, yesterday we were talking about the Chatehillah b'di'avad. Chacham Ovadia says the Chatehillah, you don't rely on strings. You have a string that goes around the entire city. Maybe it could be okay. B'di'avad. But lechatehillah, you don't rely on strings. One should not carry in such a case. Now, ikar adin, if there is string going around the entire city, depending on which kind of city, it works. According to halakha, it's fine. However, this is according to most Ashkenazim, but Sfaradim are more mahmir in this, and therefore lechatehillah we do not carry. However, you have cities that don't even have string. Especially string, you're talking about in an entire city, is very complicated. You have to have people that are going around, checking around. You also have to have the ability to put up string, because not in every city could you put up string. If the city is too big, too large, there's halachot in regards to that. And therefore, Brooklyn, New York, was one of those cities that were nufsak, afi halakha, that it's a very complicated kind of city, and it's not so simple, and therefore, there is no eruv. Being that there's no eruv, not being watched, it's not possible, whatever it may be, therefore, the isurim of carrying apply to the city. And we're going to discuss that carrying doesn't mean physically carrying it in your hand. Carrying is also in your pocket. Carrying could be even if you're putting it on you're clipping something onto your shirt, your jacket. That's also carrying. Carrying is not only physically in your hand. Carrying can be in all different kinds of ways. Be'ezat Hashem, we will discuss all the different cases. However, a person should know Yerei Shamayim doesn't usually rely unless there are walls around the entire city. If there's walls, not string, there's walls around the entire city, then afilu lechatehillah, one can rely on it. There are a few places in Eretz Israel that have walls around the entire city. Sham might have had some kind of walls, they had gates or whatever, that is a little bit different. So if you have a gate and you have walls that go around the entire city. Hopefully, if Trump puts up the wall around the entire United States, maybe we could get it put together. But till then, I think we're going to have to wait. It's going to take a little while around Mexico, and then until we get around the entire United States, it's going to take some time. But Be'ezrat Hashem, hopefully Mashiach will come before then, and we'll be able to go back to Yerushalayim, where there's really walls around the city, and a person could rely and carry on Shabbat Lechat Tehillah without any questions.